What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, it's sort of hard to deny that in the last 2 weeks and in the wake of the CEO shuffle over at Disney, that the reports coming out about Marvel Studios have seemed a bit ominous. Reports they would reevaluate Phase 5 and Phase 6 in an attempt to prioritize quality over quantity, that Disney Plus shows could be downsized into special presentations, or even worse, canceled altogether. But there is one Disney Plus series in the face of all of this that went the other way, that got upgraded from a TV show to a film in Armor Wars, and now we have an official statement from one of the top brass over at Marvel Studios attempting to explain why they did that, and to me, opening the door wide open for the return of Tony Stark right before Secret Wars. We're going to break down his exact quote, what he said, what he didn't say, and what this means for an RDJ return in the multiverse saga. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway and our daily comic book giveaway in December. All you got to do, again, be a sub, leave a comment, stick around to the end of the video. We'll announce a brand new winner there. So again, and for context, this is a vice president and top executive over at Marvel Studios on a recent podcast attempting to explain why they upgraded Armor Wars from a limited series on Disney Plus to a full-length feature with a cinematic release. And I want to take apart this explanation because something very interesting happens during the explainer. Here's what he said, as reported by Collider, quote, "I mean, in this case, there were some great ideas that were coming out for that show, but that, to be quite honest, felt too big for that show. Kind of conceptually, and you know, our Disney Plus shows are awesome and we love them, but the budgets are not the same as the features. There's no secret. And when you're talking about a show that wants to be about seeing all the cool armors and, Don Cheadle interacting with all these armors and the sort of the legacy of Tony Stark, that became kind of cost prohibitive to do as a show. And then we realized as a feature, not only can we get into some of the beautiful imagery that is from publishing, and there's certainly an Armor Wars run, but also there's ways to then leverage the ideas of that movie and affect other movies down the line." Now, he starts by talking about concept, how it became too big for Disney Plus, but immediately stops himself and steers into the explainer that it's about budget. But let me explain why that just doesn't make sense. The budget for these Disney Plus TV shows are actually pretty close to the movies. There's not a big a chasm between them as you'd think. For instance, Miss Marvel, which ended up making over $1 million, approximated for Disney Plus and was a huge hit, cost $200 million to make the series, where Wakanda Forever cost $250. And for something like She-Hulk, and because of the CGI costs, they ended up spending $75 million on just 3 specific episodes of that entire run, meaning these TV shows cost a lot of money. And so what you spend in a major picture, you make up for not having to do 6 or 9 episodes. The real explainer in here is the conceptual stuff he's talking about when he references the publishing and then talks about it affecting movies going on forward. Yeah, he's talking about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Tony Stark, him showing up in movies down the road like Secret Wars, and how the concept of RDJ's return is too big for Disney Plus. You'd have to do it in a movie. The basis for this, though, is all in the publishing that he references, and let me explain. While there is a storyline called Armor Wars that's very close to Secret Wars, that was a utopia created by Tony where there's a disease and everybody has to wear armor. Somebody kills Spider-Man and James Rhodes is literally Thor with a red cape wielding a hammer weapon. That is not the storyline they looked to adapt for this TV show. In fact, the storyline that was reported was Stark's technology getting out and James Rhodes having to play cleanup. That's directly from a comic book not even called Armor Wars. It was just nicknamed that from advertisements. That's from a storyline called The Stark Wars, which is literally Tony Stark realizing that part of his designs have gotten out and there are plenty of armored criminals, including Dr. Doom, around the globe, and he has a crisis of conscience, much like we saw in Civil War, where he realizes his designs are going to cause a bunch of death and destruction, so he starts playing cleanup and wrongly accuses a government member. It also involves the West Coast Avengers, and in the end, Tony Stark faking his death to protect Rhodey. And while certainly some of those details will obviously be amended, that's the storyline they're looking to adapt, which is primarily a Tony Stark story. And then when you take it one step further and see what he says about them using the ideas and leveraging them and affecting future movies going forward, knowing that Armor Wars on the current release slate will probably end up being released sometime in late 2025, early 2026, towards the end of Phase 6, that's where Marvel looks to bring back Tony Stark either as an AI or in some other form during an Armor Wars movie and then sets him up for a return during Secret Wars. And look, while I would have thought for a long time bringing RDJ back would have been the wrong move, since they're bringing Hugh Jackman and every other actor that apparently played a Marvel character at any point in any of the Fox universes, this is an awesome opportunity to bring him back as well. And as I said in a recent video, you would think going forward, past the conclusion of the multiverse saga, the book will be permanently closed on this happening. So again, since they're bringing everybody back anyway, and now Armor Wars has become a film, you have an excellent opportunity to bring back a Tony Stark AI and have him interact with characters we won't otherwise have a chance to see him with. For instance, Tony interacting with Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, or even in an Illuminati capacity as they go into Secret Wars, Iron Man interacting with Dr. Doom, or even one scene when he finally crosses over with Ironheart and has a chance to interact with her. All of this stuff is from comic book precedent, and again, since they have the opportunity to open up the multiverse, it doesn't even have to be a Tony Stark AI and from the 616 left in his technology. Remember, there's remnants of Stark across the multiverse. We saw that with the Ultron bots, even though he wasn't present in the 838 Illuminati. But Stark across the multiverse has an option to show up in Armor Wars, especially considering how late in the phase that will be. And by that point, we expect the multiverse to be thoroughly fractured leading into Secret Wars. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. If you wouldn't be hyped for this and don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. back, I don't think there's really a single diehard fan who wouldn't be up for it for Secret Wars, and it looks like that's what's going on. But if you have a different opinion, as always, I'm all ears. Leave it in the comments quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We are still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 1 million subscribers, and we are headlong into it. Could easily hit it by year's end. Some of the projections for my channel actually say we will. If you want to be a part of that and help me reach 1 million, as I am oh so close, I would sincerely appreciate the support as a content creator. But also, if you watch the videos, you might as well, because that enters you for our PlayStation giveaway and our daily comic book giveaway. All you got to do, be a subscriber, comment on the videos. The brand new winner for our daily exclusive comic book giveaway is Jonathan Jordanias. For this comment here, Doom is the Marvel villain. Can't wait to see him. Congratulations. Thanks for your support at the channel. All you got to do, DM me on Instagram at IamFires or email me on my business email under the About section of this channel. I'll verify you and get the comic book right out. And guys, it's that simple. If you want to be entered any of the giveaways, including the PlayStation, all the same rules apply. Just be a subscriber, comment on the videos, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, with original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.